Hello, everyone. Welcome to the News Browse News broadcast. According to Asahi Shimbun, the United Nations Security Council unanimously adopted a resolution on June 23 to strengthen efforts to hold perpetrators accountable for attacks on a Kemsa Plaques card. In NEL, the resolution establishes a framework where the UN Secretary-General will report to the Security Council on the progress of investigations and prosecutions of those who attack peacekeepers. It also urges member states and relevant countries to cooperate with these investigations. A total of 153 nations, including Japan, co-sponsored the resolution. The measure comes amid growing concerns over the safety of PKO personnel. In southern Lebanon, clashes between Israel and the pro-Iranian militant group Hezbollah since March have resulted in the deaths of 7 personnel serving in the UN Interim Force in Lebanon, UNAIF, which monitors the border. The resolution was co-drafted by Pakistan and Denmark. Pakistan's ambassador to the UN emphasized that while such attacks are routinely condemned, perpetrators often escape proper prosecution, stating that this new resolution aims to reinforce existing mechanisms and end impunity. According to CNBC, U.S. Senate Majority Leader John Thune announced that he expects Congress to hold a vote on any final deal the Trump administration negotiates with Iran during its 60-day window. While Thune noted the specific legislative mechanism for the vote remains undecided, his remarks highlight growing pressure from lawmakers. Republican senators are currently divided over Trump's memorandum of understanding with Tehran. Some favor the cessation of hostilities, while others voice serious concerns regarding sanctions relief, nuclear limits, and a proposed reconstruction fund. Shortly after Thune's remarks, the Senate voted 50-48 to adopt a House-approved War Powers resolution aimed at ending U.S. hostilities with Iran. Although the resolution serves as a symbolic bipartisan rebuke rather than legally binding policy, 4 Republican senators crossed party lines to support it. The vote reflects an escalation in Congress's push to assert its constitutional oversight over U.S. military and diplomatic engagements abroad, as diplomatic representatives from the U.S., Iran, Pakistan, and Qatar recently gathered in Switzerland to discuss final treaty terms. According to UPI, Kenyan Health Minister Aden Duale has halted the construction of a U.S.-backed Ebola quarantine facility after being found in contempt of court by High Court Judge Patricia Nindi. The U.S. government had announced plans on May 27 to build a 50-bed field hospital at Kenya's Laikipia Air Base to quarantine Americans exposed to Ebola during outbreaks in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, South Sudan, and Uganda. However, Kenyan health experts, rights groups, and citizens staged protests, expressing grave concern that importing potential cases could introduce the deadly virus into Kenya, which currently has 0 recorded cases. On May 29, Judge Nindi issued an injunction blocking the construction. Despite the court order, construction work initially continued, leading to the health minister being summoned to court on charges of contempt. Minister Duale subsequently apologized to the court, confirming that all construction has officially stopped. The High Court has extended the injunction halting construction until July 23, when the next hearing is scheduled to take place as the court continues its review of the controversial facility. According to Al Jazeera, the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled 6-3 that ExxonMobil can proceed with a lawsuit in U.S. courts against Cuban state-owned companies over property confiscated after Fidel Castro took power more than 65 years ago. The conservative majority reversed a lower court ruling which had held that the Cuban firms were immune from such litigation. Writing for the majority, Justice Brett Kavanaugh stated that the 1996 Helms-Burton Act successfully eliminates the sovereign immunity of Cuban agencies and instrumentalities under the Foreign Sovereign Immunities Act of 1976. In contrast, the court's 3 liberal justices dissented, arguing that the legislation did not clearly abrogate sovereign immunity. ExxonMobil is seeking compensation for assets originally owned by Standard Oil, including over 100 service stations and an oil refinery, with claims estimated to be worth around $3 billion today. This landmark decision marks the second ruling in 2 months favoring U.S. owners of confiscated Cuban property, providing the U.S. government with additional leverage to exert pressure on Cuba amidst an ongoing oil embargo. According to a report by Liberty Times, a severe and deadly heat wave has swept across France, shattering temperature records that date back to 1947. Data from the National Weather Agency, Météo France, revealed that the National Temperature Index, an average of day and night temperatures across 30 weather stations, soared to a record-breaking 29.8 degrees Celsius, surpassing the previous high of 29.4 degrees Celsius. The intense heat wave has severely disrupted daily life and forced popular tourist attractions in Paris, including the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre Museum, to close early. Additionally, the country experienced its warmest night on record, with nighttime temperatures averaging 21.6 degrees Celsius. Meteorologists noted that multiple regions in western France also experienced unprecedented heat. Out of the 52 heat waves recorded in France since 1947, more than half have occurred after the year 2000. And scientists attribute this dramatic rise in both frequency and intensity directly to human-induced climate change. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.